Hello and welcome to another update video about Terra Luna. Terra, a crypto that has not really corrected yet a lot. I think this is still to happen. Terra Luna is currently, I think, at the edge of what it can do. It is getting very close to the maximum of, where it's getting exhausted, right? So we talked about it in the last video already. Not too much has happened since my last video. Only a little bit of a consolidation has happened, really. Nothing too major, but first of all, maybe let's start with the price targets for Terra Luna to the upside, because I do see here for the next major wave to the upside, which would be the 1.618 FIB extension all the way down up to the 200%, a price range between 135 to 166. Now that would be a maximum, that would be a minimum, a minimum. That would be the at least target. I think we could even get here to the C price levels of around $216. Now, to get there, we first need to do a clean correction, though. We haven't done that yet. Yeah, so, and that is here down the target area in blue, which you can find between the 88.7% FIB level at $13. I know it sounds crazy. And the 61.8% FIB level at $35. Okay. $13 I find unrealistic myself, absolutely, but I think the $35 would be a realistic level, and it is, however, the price range where typically altcoins correct to, and therefore I've got the whole range here on the chart, and we then need to see when the $35 will be reached. Does the price go in further or not? So I can't tell you that now, that is too early to say. But after this correction here, obviously, in my view, we are here in this ABC correction. We are probably in this wave C currently. And the thing is, I'm not convinced that what Terra Luna is doing here is anything sustainable. Of course, money can be made with that. And to be honest, my buy order triggered at $56, so pretty much nicely at the low. And I've taken already some profit here along the way. My buy order up here, which was absolutely at the top, $97, did not trigger, unfortunately. I think it was only very, very much the peak, so it didn't quite trigger. But we might see a little bit more movement to the upside. Yeah, absolutely. You could get all the way to the all-time high at $106. Would not surprise me, to be honest. But the thing is, a lot of people have interest in Terra Luna at the moment, and I know it's a great project. I've covered it extensively. I've covered it in my live stream, the fundamentals. We talked about it. But the thing is, if I've got two cryptos and one is totally overbought and one is totally oversold, why would I go into the overbought one? I wouldn't personally. So for me at the moment, again, for Terra Luna is profit taking time. Yeah. And if I draw the fibs, yeah, you can see that the price is currently reacting here to one of these fib levels, the 78.6% fib level. And this could be a sign that we have reached the limit here. Yeah, and especially, I mean, there are more, the next level would be at $99. I'm not telling you can't get to 99. Absolutely, you could. And even here, $106, yeah. And you can even overshoot that previous wave B here. Absolutely, I wouldn't have a problem with that. But I am so concerned because on the daily, if we just look on the daily, that Terra Luna is just overbought. So last time it was overbought here, that was the 26th of December. What happened after that? The price did go down from $105 all the way down to pretty much $44, yeah, roughly. So again, it's now at the same level, and I personally see a correction coming. I do see a correction coming as well, because the MACD has been for a while now in the green, and it's now losing buying momentum. It has not really turned around yet, but also the MACD line is pretty much at a similar level to where it was end of December, when it started a 50 to 60% correction. Now, the stochastic RSI is also overbought, has not started to go down yet, but I think it will do soon. Just look at what it has done before. It can hold there for a while, but again, it has already done so, so I guess it wouldn't take much longer. And as you might know, I just swapped these over. As you might know, typically the indicators, you start on the lower time frame and then they translate over into the higher time frames. So let's take a look at the 8-hour chart, and here we can already see the beginning of the mess that is starting. Yeah, you can already see that the 8-hour chart, the RSI is dropping out of the overbought range, so coming down. You see the MACD, you get a bearish cross already here on the 8-hour chart, and the stochastic RSI is already dropping, indicating further selling momentum, and that could then translate over onto the daily chart, where you could then see a sell-off coming. Let's take a look how is actually the weekly looking, right? The weekly, on the weekly, yeah, and that is also a reason why I'm concerned, because look at what the price is doing. This pump here is absolutely not healthy. What Terra Luna did here. Of course, money can be made there, and I'm not denying that. I had a comment, I think, in the last video where someone said I was wrong because Terra did go up, and yeah, I have no problem with that, and I wasn't wrong, because I did buy the low here at $56, okay, and channel members know my buy and sell orders, and I'm taking profits along the way, so I know that these runs can happen, yeah, out of the blue they can, especially here in this case. It was the 200-day moving average that was broken, all good. When you see a moving average break, that can mean further upside potential. But I think what is so important for many people to know and understand, is this now a sustainable move up, or do I just burn my fingers if I'm not careful? And at the moment, this is burning fingers time, I think. It's at $90 now. We are on the RSI. If you compare it to, I'm looking at so many crypto charts. If you compare it to any other crypto, there are probably tons out there, but from the key ones, the main ones, most cryptos are pretty much corrected down. And if you take a look on the weekly chart and the RSI, it's hard to find a crypto which has an RSI as high as 63 at the moment. And what that means, if it's on the weekly, yeah, it just means that in any new move to new all-time highs, the potential is just limited. So what I try to communicate here is that the risk to go into Terra Luna is now, from my point of view, and that's no financial advice, from my point of view, much higher, because the downside potential is much more compared to, for example, a VeChain, a Chainlink, even a Solana, yeah. And I'm not going to say Cardano because the haters will come out, but or even Ethereum, right? Because they have corrected down so much already, and Terra hasn't really. Yes, it did correct 50-60%, but has recovered that already, and it was not a lasting correction where the RSI and even here the MACD as well had a chance to really come down. Yeah, that is what's needed. They need to come down in order to correct down as well. So if Terra Luna made now, and I'm not saying it's impossible, but if Terra Luna now really broke through the $100 here and went to a new all-time high, I would have very limited trust in that all-time high. Okay, really it is the case. It's again, could be wrong, nobody has the crystal ball, but I think as well we need to see the lower low here. We need to see the correction into the blue target area to bring those indicators down, to get really sustainable, to build the foundation for new and sustainable moves to the upside. For me, that is not looking healthy what the price is doing here, and I would just be a little bit careful. All right, I think to the upside there is still potential, yes, potentially, but there is big resistance at the all-time high level, so you're only now very close to all-time high anyway. So buying now just below all-time high is another thing which, yeah, I personally wouldn't do, right? For me, it's then rather take profit time, because there are so many other cryptos which haven't started this move yet, yeah, and where the indicators are looking very attractive, and therefore I'd just be a bit careful, right? That's I know about the tokenomics of Terra Luna, that's all fine, but again, it's the same argument that many people say about the tokenomics are so good. Yes, they are, but it's the same argument that other people bring up or brought up about Polkadot, that it can't drop where it is to where it is now. They did say that months ago because of the locked away tokens, from the parachains, and or Cardano couldn't drop further because it's all staked. But I don't know. The problem is that these assumptions and that the fundamentals are already priced into the chart. So the assumptions about Terra Luna's positive tokenomics, they are already priced in the chart. My view is it's all in the chart. That is why the Terra Luna price is already where it is, and it's not much lower. Yeah, you've got these. It doesn't mean it needs to go up from here. It is already where it is because people know about these tokenomics. Okay, hope that makes sense. That's how efficient markets are, and it's all priced in. That is why I have a view that fundamental analysis has use, but not to a degree what technical analysis can perform. That's only my view, otherwise I wouldn't do TA. Yeah, and so yeah, all I can tell you really is that I do expect here another sell-off. Now that could happen after a little bit of a move to the upside. I gave you the resistance level for that. A key resistance here for me is $103. That is the or 106. That is the all-time high. If it goes beyond that, fine. I would sit on the sidelines and wait for the drop, because I would have no confidence in the next major move to the upside. Yeah, if it happens. Of course, money can be made. That is why I have opened a position down here, and my channel members know that. And if you want to see my buy and sell orders, you can do that as well if you join as a channel member on Discord. But yeah, I've got my foot in the door. I'm taking profits already. I will take more profits if we go higher. Yeah, absolutely. And yeah, I'm just watching it, and I'm happy with that. Absolutely. But I fully know that prices could and will most likely drop once more. And just because we have a very strong ascending trend line here, as you can see in white, that won't stop the price. Don't think so, because also if you just compare to the Chainlink chart, Chainlink also broke through its ascending trend line. And just imagine if, let's say, Bitcoin would finish its correction, but it hasn't done it yet anyway. So let's say Bitcoin had finished its correction. We had the indicators already massively down. Bitcoin could now go to 200K. Do you really think Luna will also do a 5x from here? I think it can't. It can't, because of these indicators. It would perform poorly in the next move up. So it's all in the charts. You need to be careful. We've seen it numerous times. I mean, I'm long enough in crypto to know that the assumptions that one crypto can do so much better than the others, they are never working out. They all have to correct at some point. They all have to correct at some point. And even when people said Harmony 1 will never come down, it was now at 13 or whatever, 12 cents, and everybody was hyping Harmony 1. And now everybody's hyping Terra Luna, and that's fine. It's a great project, don't get me wrong. I hold Terra Luna myself. Absolutely good. But it's just important to leave the emotions out to a degree. Yeah, and everybody sort of has their favorite project, and that's fine as well. But again, that could give you a bias, which is not very healthy for your finances. All right, that's my view on Terra Luna. Hopefully you liked the update. If you did, please smash the like button and subscribe. And yeah, also if you really like the content, then check out the channel membership. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye-bye.